आता नहीं, जो तारी राय सो मारी राय. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. How to think? Neither we have learned nor anybody taught us. And then, because the thoughts come in our mind, we start thinking that we are thinkers. See? Because there are thoughts, that doesn't mean we are thinkers. Then, instead of thinking, we do worrying. Because thinking is also thoughts, and worrying is also thoughts. So, the difference between thinking and worrying must be clear in our mind. Then only we will be able to work on our mind. Majority of the times we are worried. We are not thinkers. So, what is the difference between worrying and thinking? Worrying creates problem, and thinking dissolves the problem. Basic difference. See? Worrying is a process by which we are caught up in our own thinking. And thinking is a process by which we are liberated from our own thinking. See? So, when we are walking spiritual path, studying scriptures, we have to find out whether we are thinking or worrying. So, worrying will be, Swami, it is very difficult. It is okay for you, but for worrying, very difficult. Why they have written everything in Sanskrit? They should have written in Gujarati. See? This is worrying. So, what is the thinking? Thinking is a technique by which we are able to arrive at an undisputed conclusion. That is thinking. No dispute is left thereafter. This technique is called as Anvaya Vyatireka technique. Anvaya Vyatirekabhyam Sarvatraikam Prapashyati Yattu Tat Vrittijam Jnanam Vijnanam Jnanamatrakam. See? So we are trying to understand Jnanam and Vijnanam. So, Anvaya Vyatirekabhyam, by the technique of Anvaya Vyatireka. Now, what is the Anvaya Vyatireka? The ornaments cannot exist without the gold. Gold is the material cause of the ornaments. But the gold can exist without becoming an ornament. Now, these things you put together, what will be the conclusion? Conclusion will be that it is not necessary for the gold to become ornaments, but the ornaments do need the gold. See? Now I am looking at you, colors and forms, seen by the eyes. For seeing the colors and forms, eyes are necessary. See? But is it necessary for the eyes to have colors and forms? They can be closed. No need. So, vision is independent of the colors and forms, but the colors and forms are dependent on the vision. And therefore, vision is the cause, colors and forms are the effects. And effects cannot influence the cause, but the effects cannot exist without the cause. If these things are clear by mistake, then अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्याम सर्वत्रैकम प्रपश्यति. When I am there, then my wife. If I am there, then my husband. See? If the husband and wife is not there, I am happy. See? So my existence doesn't depend on husband and wife. See? Whether waking is there or not, it makes no difference to me. Dream is there or not, it makes no difference to me. Sleep there or not, it makes no difference. Samadhi there or not, it makes no difference. But without me, none of them can exist. See? So, to discover this truth, in the dream, my presence is anvaya. I am present in the dream, then only the dream is possible. But in that experience, there is no waking. So I can exist independent of becoming a waker and multiply. In the deep sleep, there is no waker, there is no dreamer. But I am there in the deep sleep. So without me, neither the deep sleep is possible, but the waking and dream need not be there. Therefore, my existence is independent of waking, dream, deep sleep, and samadhi. Anvaya Vyatirekaabhyam. By the technique of Anvaya Vyatireka, Sarvatra Ekam Prapashyati. So there is the same reality which is supporting the waking but not dependent on waking for its existence. Supporting the dream but not dependent on dream for its existence, and so on. And therefore, when this statement is made, who can make this statement? I had good sleep, but in between, sometime bad dreams. Now, who can make this statement? This statement cannot be made by the waker because he was not in the dream and the deep sleep. See? Who can make this statement? So, there has to be some principle which is present in the waking, but the statement is not made by the waker. So, that reality which is supporting the waking experience, which includes three factors: waking world, waking experience, and waker. So, that reality which is supporting all the three without becoming any one of them, he alone can make this statement: I had a good sleep and I had bad dreams. And this reality is ekam, not many. The one who is illuminating the waking experiences is only the waker. The one experiencing the dream is only the dreamer. Dreamer and waker are not the same. अन्वय व्यतिरेकाभ्याम सर्वत्र एकम प्रपश्यति. What do we have to do to get rid of the problems of the dream? Can we solve the problems? We cannot solve the problems because they don't exist. Then only way is when the dream is discarded, when we are awake. Thereafter, all the issues of the dream are redundant, no meaning for us. Exactly the same way, this waking dream, unless we awake from this waking dream, these problems will continue. See? But this waking dream is taken by as real because we start reacting with the world as if it is real. Like the bird pecking at the reflection in the bird in the mirror as if it is real and start reacting till it bleeds. In the same manner, we start reacting in this world as if it is a solid reality. Take it lightly, friends, take it lightly. Don't become too serious. Therefore, our Maha Mantra, nothing to gain, nothing to lose. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. It becomes so serious. I was doing it only for their benefit. Who asked you question? Did they ask you? No. Why you worry? See, friends, we get involved in the world only because, like the bird takes the reflection to be real. So, anvaya vyatireka sarvatraikam prapashyati tad vrittijam jnanam. Now, this is only understanding. It is not an experience. Unless there is understanding, it cannot be converted into conviction. And unless it becomes a conviction, we don't start living that. We are all living our own convictions. I am a man is my conviction. Even if God comes and tells me that you are a woman, I will not agree. Because I am fully convinced. See? And the conviction has no logic, no reason. See? Like from childhood, we are taught you are Indian, you are a Hindu, you are a Muslim, you are a Christian. And that conviction has gone so deep in our system, we cannot get out of it. See, so these wrong convictions are to be negated without creating new convictions. See, these convictions are our notions. My conviction is I am very good. And with that I start living. But what other thing about me is useless fellow. So two convictions are clashing with each other and the samsara begins. See, my friends, therefore, first, yattu vrittijam jnanam, tad jnanam, and vijnanam jnanamatrakam. And when we start leading our life without any notion, therefore, again and again, this point I am emphasizing, we are all leading a notional life. We have got notions about ourselves, we have got notions about the world, we have got notions about the God, we have got notions about the spiritual practice. And then our notions are right, other people's notions are wrong. See? This is how the samsara is. Therefore, Yattu vrittijam jnanam vijnanam jnanamatrakam. Therefore, let us understand a real spiritual practice or real sadachara is let the sat express through us. See? Like the eyes have no biasness towards any color and form. The mind has no biasness towards any sense organ. The mind has, the intellect has no biasness towards likes and dislikes. Life has no biasness towards human beings or animals or plant. Paramatma has no biasness against anything. See? That is the pure knowledge. Like the mirror, no biasness. If a young girl comes in front of the mirror, mirror does hey, hang around a little more before any oldie comes. No. And if a oldie goes, the mirror does hey, get away, next. No. No biasness. The rule is illuminator is not influenced by what is illumined. This is the rule. See? Anvayo vyatirekabhyam sarvatraikam prapashyati yattu tadvrittijam jnanam vijnanam jnanamatrakam. Come to this reality, Maharaj. That is the only purpose of this retreat. अज्ञानध्वंसकं ज्ञानं विज्ञानं चोभयात्मकं ज्ञान विज्ञान निष्ठेयं तत्सत् ब्रह्मणि चार्पणम्. Ajnana jnanam. See, wrong notions are removed. That is jnanam, that is knowledge. But new notions are not created. This should be clear in our mind. Normally, what happens? We are replacing the notions. Earlier, I was American, but then I got fed up there. Then I came to India. Then I taken the citizenship. Now I am Indian. आकाश से टपके खजूर पे लटके. We are only changing the notions. Friends, we have to get out of notions without creating new notions. Is it not our normal life? Earlier I was a bhogi, now I am a yogi. Earlier I was going to see the movie in all the theaters. First day, first show, first ticket is my ticket. Yeah. But now I don't see only. Goody goody. We have to get rid of this notional life. See? I am intelligent is a notion. I am rich is a notion. See? A rich man in a village. The other day I went to some village near Kandala, near Karla. Such a disgusting place to go there. Very difficult. Our car was bouncing up and down. And when we went, most dilapidated, old type house, hardly there is anything. But when the people of their house come out, they say, I'm so and so. So that rich man in that small slum area becomes poor when he comes to Karla. The rich man on the Karla, when he comes to Khandala, he becomes rich. Then he becomes poor. Then the Khandala's rich man comes to Panvel, he becomes poor, Panvel man becomes rich. See, it's all relative. Therefore, ajnana dhamsakam jnanam vijnanam cha ubhayatmakam. So first of all, we have to get rid of our wrong notion. And then vijnanam cha ubhayatmakam. Then we come to know that all the notions, good or bad, they are all supported by a substratum which is not a notion. Present notion is what? I am the knower and you are the known notion. What is the truth? The truth is, on the same reality, one platform is a knower and the other platform is the known. Because both of them are existing. Existence is a common denominator. But the differences are created because of this ignorance. So, ajnana dhamsakam jnanam. Then after this, the wrong notions are removed, then vijnanam cha ubhayatmakam. Then we come to know there is no difference between the knower and the known. The experiencer and experienced is only the experience is divided into the two. Therefore, jnana vijnana nishtha iyam. So, jnana vijnana nishtha means we are clear about our understanding and we are practicing it in our day to day life. This together is called as Tat Sat Brahmani Arpanam. Then only the truth is revealed through us. See, when our attention is on the worldly objects, we have gone away from our sense organs. When our attention comes to our sense organs, we have started migrating from the periphery of our personality towards the center. We have come to the sense organs. Then we drop the sense organs, we come to the mind. We drop the likes and dislikes, we come to the intellect. We drop the intellect knowing well it is temporary, comes and goes in deep sleep. Where is intellect? But life continues. And when we come up to the level of life, thereafter, all the differences may appear, but they are not operating in our lifestyle. See? Like the tongue and the teeth, they are different. But when my tongue is beaten by my teeth, differences are there, but there won't be differentiation. And because of that, there won't be any attack on the teeth. Therefore, jnana vijnana nishteyam tat sat brahmani arpanam. Atmaupamena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sa yogi paramo mata. Bhagavan says this statement. When we are able to be happy in the happiness of others, and when we are able to extend a helping hand to a needy or miserable, then our identity with the totality is complete. See? Like when there is some happy event in our life, we like everybody to be happy. Therefore, we call them only for the marriage. That is the only time we are happy. Again, when you separate, then we don't call again. Now we are again going to separate, please come. Although it is a more happy event. Therefore, friends, the day we understand, let us be happy in the happiness of others. And if somebody is miserable, don't remind that person that you are miserable. Bring him or her out of that misery. About this, I had given one example. One old couple in Delhi, the lady died. When I got a message, I was away. So I said, I can't come right now, I'll come the moment I am little free. So I went after 15 days. And having gone there, then all other topics, I'll tell you what topics you should talk, which doesn't create impression on your mind and it will not be seen or merit. Talk about government. When you talk about the mirage waters, oh, the water was very tasty. It is neither seen nor merit because it doesn't exist. Same thing, government. See? Therefore, don't become too serious in this world. So I went there and spoke about the government and the weather and how the things are changing, all these things. After about half an hour, tea, coffee, everything. When I say, okay, Papa, I have to go now. So he got up and hugged me so tight. He said, you are a real Swami. I said, why are you abusing me? He said, you did not make me cry. All those people who came to sympathize me, they were talking so much, so much. Unless I cry, they don't feel their purpose fulfilled. You did not make me cry. Normally, what is this? Is what we do? Oh, he should not have died. He should have died. You know why you didn't? Unnecessarily become serious in life. Then I told him, I said, look here, Papa, I don't want to remind you that you are miserable. But the question is it necessary when the wife dies, the husband has to be miserable? Maybe he is happy, who knows? See, friends, therefore, don't take life too seriously. See, when you take the life seriously, you will never walk the spiritual path. Jnana Vijnana Nishteyam Tatsat Brahmani Arpanam. See, देहाभिमाने गलिते विज्ञाते परमात्मने यत्र यत्र मनो याति तत्र तत्र समाधयः is a very potent mantra from the Upanishad. Dehabhimane galite, when you are free from body identification. See? Dehabhimane galite. Sleep? No, no, no. Vijnate paramatmani. And then you come to discover you are expressing through the body, but you are someone other than the body. Just take this example. When the bulb is in the temple, will the electricity get the merit? Punyavan. And if the bulb is illuminating the toilet, will the electricity become sinner? No. In the same manner, Dehabhimane Galite. How simple it is. The moment we recognize the real spiritual practice is only two layers. One layer is freedom from body identification. Only on that you work. Then the second will come automatically. Then who am I? What am I? We know. We have to know who am I. What am I? Mother, father, brother, husband, wife. That I am. But who am I? Work out. So, Dehabhimane Galite. When this body identification is gone, then Vijnate Paramatmani. Then we will come to know that which exists in the absence of everything. In other words, that which supports even the absence is the eternal presence. See? And for that, we don't have to do some great sadhana. Wherever you are sitting in your place, just work on it. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. 3 times. Why it became 3 times? Because in between the two, there was absence of the word. Therefore, we have heard both the sound and the absence of the sound. But normally, what happens? Our attention goes only on the sound, not on the absence of the sound. I am seeing many of you because my attention is not on the space. Although the manyness is only because of the space. See? So if we train ourselves to look into this, so how do we train? Spend some time listening to silence or make silence as an object of knowledge. So now you are working on this issue. So we have to get out of the impact of sound because the world is nothing but name and form. So We don't produce the sounds. Stop talking to yourself. And we listen to the silence. That means we are indifferent to the sounds. So, external sounds we have no control. So, we remain indifferent. And internal sounds we do not produce because we don't talk to ourselves. Put these two things together. That experience is the ultimate truth. देहाभिमाने गलिते विज्ञाते परमात्मनि. Vidyate Paramatmani, this is Paramatma. Then Yatra Yatra Manoyati, when you are cheerful and happy, you will be seeing the world most beautiful. And when we are miserable, frustrated, depressed, dejected, everywhere we will see ugliness. Bhagavan Krishna told Dhritarashtra, not Dhritarashtra, Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira, go and get one bad person. I want to get some bad work done through him. Yudhishthira went and came back. Sir, I could not find a single bad person. You are useless. Okay, Duryodhana, you come. Go and find out one good person. He went and came back. I couldn't find any good person. See? We see the world what we are. See? If I consider myself to be sannyasi, then world is sannyasi, non-sannyasi. When I consider myself to be a man, world is man, woman. And when you come to discover yourself to be Vidyate Paramatmani, then Yatra Yatra Manoyati, you will see yourself everywhere. And when you see yourself everywhere, even in the mirror, why mirror? In the picture. Yesterday we took the picture, everybody want to see. They didn't want to see the picture. My photo kaisa hai? Dumbo. See how much we are constantly lost in the small little things. So yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhaya. Samadhi means Atma. See? Samyak adhiyate yasmin tat. That in which everything is absorbed. That which supports everything. That is Samadhi. That is Atma. See? Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samadhaya. Every moment you are living as a divine being. See? भोक्ता सत्वगुण शुद्धो भोगानाम साधनम रजः भोग्यम तमो गुणम प्राहुः आत्मा चैषाम प्रकाशकः. If we take our experience, which has got three components, experienced, experiencer, and the instrument of experience. So, bhokta sattva gunaha, the experiencer is the expression of the sattva guna, the knowledge predominance, and bhoganam sadhanam rajaha, and all the experiences are gathered through the sense organs and organs of action, and they are the expressions of the rajoguna, and bhogyam tamo gunam prahuhu, and all the objects of experience are the effect of the tamo guna, and atma cha esham prakashakaha, and the self is the illuminator of all the three, therefore other than the three. See, Now I am seeing you as object of knowledge, it is known by me. Then I am seeing you through the eyes, that is known by me. And then I am the knower, that is also known by me. Then who am I? The one who is illuminating all the three components, Triputi, the knower, the knowledge, and the known. The experiencer, the experienced, and the experiencing instrument. Everything is known by me. Therefore, Atma cha esham prakashakaha. The self is the illuminator of all of them, but it cannot be illuminated by anybody. Like colors and forms cannot illuminate the eyes, the sense organs cannot see the or experience the mind. The mind cannot know the eye, and eye can never be available all the time. In deep sleep, eye disappears, but life is common in and through everywhere. So when we are living as body, samsara. When living as mind, the friend, enemy, miserable, happy. And when we are living as the divine, no problem, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. भोग्यम तमो गुणम प्राहुः आत्मा च येषां प्रकाशकः. Therefore, we have to consciously observe this. Are we getting involved too much with anything or anybody? See, be with everybody, but don't get entangled with anybody or anywhere under any situation. Maitra karuna evacha. Be friendly. Don't entangle yourself by becoming a friend and then carry the burden whole life. I thought you are my friend, therefore I expected that you will give me money, but you are not giving. It is your fault. It's your problem. See, one or two simple principles I'll tell you. Don't try to make anybody happy in this world. God failed. He told me, यार क्या करूं, मैं बहुत ट्राई करता हूं. When God failed to make everybody happy, you and me, whom can you make happy? But why we should not try? We are in a democracy. Everybody has the right to be miserable. What will you do? I like to be miserable. No, but you should not, you don't worry about me. See? Don't get involved in anybody's life. But then we want to prove a goody, 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 useless. Get out of that wrong notion of lifestyle. And second thing, we don't have to make anybody miserable. Everybody is self-sufficient. See? How we are the cause of misery, if you want to know, expose yourself to silence all alone. No phone, no WhatsApp, no news, no nothing. Only all alone. Simply sit down. After some time, you'll go and hit your head against the wall. See? Relax, man, relax. So, these are the 4 ashramas through which we have to go in life. This is the beauty of our religion. It is called as Varnashrama Vyavastha. Varna is Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What our government and politicians call Jati, scheduled caste, etc., that is not Jati, that is Varna. Varnanat Varna. Jati means the shape. Plant, the Vanaspati Jati, Pashu Jati, Pakshi Jati, Manushya Jati, that is the Jati. Wrong way the words are used. Like Uttarakhand. Actually, it is Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand means what? the a part in the north, but they made it Uttarakhand. Therefore, Uttarakhand. It is not Akhanda. It is a Khanda. All wise people on the top. So these Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they are Varna and Ashrama, Varnashrama Vyavastha. Ashrama is what? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. This is the social structure. See? And if the society is living in the discipline of the social structure, the society, the most ideally designed society. See? We are here together in a structured way. You go to your room, then you take breakfast there, and then sit here and sleep. Well structured. But no, I will sit in my room, make a video there also. No. If we are to live in a society, we have to adapt, accept ourselves in the benefit of everyone. So, who is the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra? Again, these three gunas. He who is knowledge predominant, see, knowledge wise, Sattva Guna Pradhan, minimum of Rajoguna and almost absent of the Tamoguna. They are called as Brahmana. The second are called as the Kshatriya. They are more of Rajoguna, dynamic. A part is Sattva and almost negligible Tamoguna. Then the third variety is the Vaishya. Vaishya are very dynamic, but they are extremely selfish. And no laziness, no Tamoguna. They are Vaishya. And Shudra, government servants. No knowledge, no dynamism, only laziness. They go to the office, chai liya, what you have done? And all the Shudras, lazy fellows, they are running the government. See? So these are the four expressions of human mind depending upon the predominance of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas and their combination in their life. See? This is the Varna, classification of the humanity on the basis of the type of abilities they have. Now, ashrama. First is brahmachari ashram. That is the student age. So that time we are supposed to be engaged only in our study and complete your education. Brahmachari ashram. No bhog and no indulgence in the worldly politics. Brahmachari student. Then grahastha, after you have completed your education, etc., whatever job you are doing or you are doing some business, etc., then lead your life complete. Get married, have children, have wealth, do everything. But along with that, grahasthas have got some responsibility also. They are supposed to take care of the brahmachari and the sannyasi. Because brahmachari and sannyasis, they are not engaged in earning their money. See? So, brahmachari, then grahastha, married people. The third is vanaprastha. Vanaprastha is the stage in the life of a married person wherein he is preparing himself to be independent of each other. See, the husband and wife all life living together, and then for every small little thing, that husband has to ask the wife, where is the toothpaste? And where is the brush? Are Ram Ram Ram. Can't you find out yourself? You will see the old people, couples, everything they have to ask their wife. Should I put on this pant? No, you go today without pant. They can't make any decision. So much dependent on each other. Therefore, Vanaprastha is discover your freedom to lead independent of each other and do not take service from anybody. That is Vanaprastha, preparation to go to the forest. And last is the sannyasa. And in the sannyas life, you are absolutely cut off from the society as regards any services are concerned. No, you are to serve till the last day of your life. See, withdrawal from the personal life, but spending the life in the society service, because the society is taking care of you, food, shelter, everything. Nothing is free in this world. These are the four ashrams. So, Varnashrama, when this system is told, thereafter, now who is the Brahmachari Varna? ब्रह्माध्ययन संयुक्त ब्रह्मचर्य रतः सदा सर्वं ब्रह्मेति यो वेद ब्रह्मचारी स उच्यते. ब्रह्म अध्ययन संयुक्त, he who is engaged in the study of the scriptures. Then brahmacharya rata sada, he is not indulgent in the worldly affairs. Don't get involved in the world for any reason. Keep away. Protect yourself from yourself. Brahmacharya Rata Sada. Then Sarvam Brahmeti Yo Veda. As a result of this knowledge, we come to discover that everything is nothing but Paramatma. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. And therefore, such a person who is practicing this knowledge is called as the real Brahmachari. देखो महाराज. Now here, there is no place for all that is happening in today's world. So, Sarvam Brahmeti Yo Veda Brahmachari sa uchyate. Then the second thing comes Grahastha. Now your turn. Grahastha Gunamadhyastha Shariram Gruham uchyate Guna Kurvanti Karmani Naham Karteti Buddhiman. Grahastha Gunamadhyastha. Grahastha doesn't mean married person. Grahastha means he who is under the influence of Rajas, Tamas and Sattva Guna. See? And we are, for all that purpose, we are all Grahastha. Guna Madhyastha. And Shariram Gruham Uchyate. So who is a Grahastha? He who is living as the body, for the body, on everybody is a Grahastha. By simply changing the color of the cloth, nobody becomes a sannyasi or a vanaprastha. Therefore, shariram gruham uchyate. Therefore, real spiritual practice begins when we work on the freedom from body identification. Grahastha guna madhyastha. Now, what happens the gunas? We are either getting involved in the possessions of the things, accumulate wealth, there is no end to it. Or else we are too much involved in unwanted, uncontrolled activities in this world. Rajoguna. Or the third thing is we are leading a very irresponsible life because we are lost only in our studies. No, you study. But whatever is the responsibility, that should be done. It cannot be compromised. Such a person is grahastha. So, grahastha gunamadhyastha shariram gruham uchyate. Then, guna karvanti karmani. This is important. See? तत्ववित्तु महाबाहो गुण कर्म विभागयो गुणा गुणेषु वर्तन्ते इति मत्वा न सज्जते. भगवद गीता 3rd chapter भगवान says. तत्ववित्तु महाबाहो, हे अर्जुन, तत्ववित्, the one who knows the truth. What he knows the truth? Object of knowledge is tamoguna. Contact with the object of knowledge is through rajoguna. And the one who is contacting is the sattva guna. See. So I am talking to you. So I is the sattva guna, talking is the rajoguna, and hopefully you are hearing. So you are a tamoguna. See, three things. So guna kurvanti karmani. So all activities are happening in the guna. See, guna guneshu vartante iti matva. Having know this, na sajjate. He is not attached to all the three factors of life. One is the objective world, second is the active world, and third is the subjective world. He who is free from the impact of the sattva rajas tamas, he is a real intelligent. Naham karteti buddhiman. He is an intelligent grahastha. Because the burden the grahastha carry is the burden of I. I have done this much, I have done that thing. You see, all the grahasthas, without an exception, same story. How many, I have done so much for my children, now they don't even care for me. Don't get involved, my friends. Those whose children are not helping them, you should be feeling blessed. You are not attached to them. Otherwise, whole life, the same thing. See, withdraw before somebody has to tell. The other day, somebody asked me this question. Swamiji, whether it's a meditation or lecture, you start and 1 hour you close it. Why? So, per 1 hour with 1 hour. I said, before you run away, I should go away. Before anybody has to tell us, will you please shut up? We should have the wisdom. Don't get involved in anybody's life. It is so important. But we get unnecessarily involved. See? And that involvement, we glorify. Swamiji, you don't have children, you will not understand. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Because of the children, even Bhagwan Krishna was not happy. See, toward the conclusion of Krishna Leela, you know what is his problem? 16,108 multiplied by 10. So many boys and so many girls. So he doesn't have to send the children to university, house was university. And to look after and keep them controlled, impossible. They were terrible because they are Krishna's children. Therefore, Sri Krishna was Yaduvamshi, Yadav. Therefore, he planned that I have to get rid of all of them before I leave this world. Otherwise, they'll create problem because they are my power. And therefore, he planned in such a manner that in Prabhasa Kshetra, all of them started fighting with each other so that they can die. But there also, Bhagwan Krishna failed. All Yadavas did not die. And therefore, now also, the Yadavas are creating problem in the whole country. Where Bhagwan Krishna failed, where you and me succeed. Don't get too much involved in this world. Grastaha gunamadhyastaha shariram graham uchyate guna kurvanti karmani naham karteti buddhiman. See? You must have heard from your children, Mommy, I am not a baby. Now the child has to tell the mother that I am not a baby. You know, this principle also you must have seen. When a child is born, along with the child, so many people are also born. Mother is born, father is born, uncle is born, auntie is born, mama, mami, chacha, chachi, grandfather, grandmother, dada, dadi. Whole kasbah is born along with one child. In that whole crowd, the child grows. Others will remain there only. That child is very young, 70 years old. And mother, beta, खाना खाया, लगाओ एक. खाना खाया. When are you going to stop being a baby? Grow. Therefore, guna kurvanti karmani naham karteti buddhaman. Recognize this person. Don't become too much. I have done this, I have done that. Our Nisargadatta Maharaj used to tell, use passive voice when you talk. Passive voice is work is done. Active voice is I have done that, I have done that. These parents, what you really do, tell me, to make your children grow? Do you pump every day? What you do? Those who don't have parents, the children don't grow or what? But ahankara vimudhatma karta ahamiti manyate. But we feel that I am the one who is taking care. It is not love, my friends. It is asakti, jasakti, pripti nahi. So much involved. Many times, it happened in the USA. That girl, she was carrying for the second time. Her mother came to help her. And one day, when she happened to call me, I was there. So she says, Swamiji, I want to come and meet you. I said, come. We had dinner somewhere in somebody's house and big lawn. So we were walking in the lawn. She was carrying maybe 8 months or 7 months. And slowly walking, and she started crying. I said, hey, cry. Don't touch my clothes. I don't like dirty things. You will bring out everything. Swamiji, you are so. I said, yes, I am like that. Be practical in life. He said, Swamiji, I told my mother today when I went to office, while going, go back to India, I don't want you. And I left. Then I am also crying, and she is also crying. I said, do you want to have Jugalbandi or what? Then she said, do you know why I said like this? I said, don't know. I don't want to know. You cry. Since she came, last 3 months, only one thing. How my brother's wife is bad. No other thing. Morning onward, the same thing. She is like that, she is like that. Every day, my ears became dumb because of that. Finally, I could not take it anymore. And therefore, I had to tell the mother like that. Now, tell me, when a child has to tell the mother like this, do you think the child is happy? Mothers don't understand how much we are bothering our children. Learn, my friends. See, we get too much involved in their life. You have destroyed your life. Let them destroy their life. No, we want to help them. See, because of karta aham iti manyate, we have this notion. I am doing this, I am doing this. Do and suffer. See. Then comes the vanaprastha. किमुग्रश्च तपोभिश्च यस्य ज्ञानमयं तपः हर्षामर्ष विनिर्मुक्तः वानप्रस्थस्य उच्यते. Vanaprastha ashram is the time when we are supposed to do lot of tapasya. So you will be going to the holy places and stay there in some ashram or some simple places and do Ramayan part or Bhagavad part, attend to satsanga, take cold water bath in the Ganges in the morning, then do the japa, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, go to the temple. This is how the retired people are supposed to spend their life. Not sitting in the house on the head of everybody like the vigilance officer. Who has come? Who has come? Every house has got this problem. Vigilance officers. These days, our Dabbu is constantly looking at the fan, Bahu. What is the reason? So the mother asked, see, Dadima is telling you, you are looking constantly at the fan. What is the problem? Why I had to take permission from that old lady to look at the fan? I will look. What do you know? What business that old lady has got? Ram Ram karo na, chup bato. See? They become such a problem, my friends. I am not against elderly people. I am also one old. But don't get involved in their life. See? Who has come, who has gone? Why she is standing all the time near the window? Should you jump or what? See? We all want to teach the children, but we don't want to change our attitude towards life. Therefore, it is said in Vanaprastha, we have to do tapasya. This is the tapasya. Withdraw from the world. Don't take service from anybody. Wash your clothes yourself. Clean them. Put them. Do everything yourself. Then see, hold your time is engaged. See, so simple it is. In Assam, many years before, I went to somebody's house, and after seeing that lady, I went to see her uh, mother-in-law. I said, I'll see Amma and come back, okay? Hang around. I went to see her and spoke some 10 minutes, 20 minutes, so cool and quiet, as if Sakshat Devi. So bright face, beautiful eyes, absolutely calm and quiet, no excitement, no nothing. Then after all that was over, I said, okay, Mama, I'll go and take food. Okay, Swamiji, pranam. Then I came and I told that daughter-in-law, I said, I will tell you something which you will not like. Tell Swamiji. I said, your mother-in-law is more beautiful than you. She said, Swamiji, I agree with you 100%. She is so cool. I said, what is the secret? Secret is she takes only 2 meals. She doesn't get involved with anything. Who comes, who goes, nothing. And 2 meals fresh. Morning, any food which is 2-3 hours cooked and kept, she doesn't eat. So freshly food is cooked and not too many things. Rice, dal, sabji, that's it. Once in the morning and evening, a particular time. And she's relaxed. Who has come, who has gone, nothing. She is at peace with herself. See, even hearing this, you are feeling good, is it not? If you are that, see, but we get unnecessarily involved in this world. So, kimugrishya tapobhishya yasya jnanamayam tapa. This is called as the practice of knowledge. Practice of knowledge is you are at peace with yourself under all conditions. That is practice of knowledge. We want always somebody to fight with. See? Relax, relax, relax. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. And then all what is said in our scriptures, like you take the example of Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi. When he was grown up and all that, he was out of all the things that he was doing or undoing. So he just for time pass, he was reading the Shiva Rahasya Grantha. And then his statements, hey, whatever is my experience, that alone is said over here. See? That means he has authenticated the scriptures. What a great thing it is. And what was his sadhana? He was at peace with himself. Don't want any company, don't want any crowd. No. Learn to spend more and more time with yourself. And during that time, these two things, don't talk to yourself and listen to silence. Start with a small dose, 1 minute, then make it 10 times 1 minute in a day, so it becomes 10 minutes. Then slowly increase the stamina, then 2 minutes at a time, again 4 5 times a day, then increase the stamina 3 minutes at a time. Don't talk to yourself. You are working, doing what you are doing, but you are not talking to yourself. If you cannot do that, keep on humming some God's name, some bhajan, but don't think. This old habit of unwanted talking to ourselves must be stopped. See? Kimugreshya tapovishya yasya jnanamayam tapaha. Therefore, harsha amarsha vinirmuktaha. Not excited. Swamiji, I got a great grandchild born. Then when are you going to die? See? Amarsha is intolerance. Old age, these two things happens. They are extremely excited for small illnesses or they cannot tolerate anything. We have to learn to adapt ourselves according to the present situation. Nobody will help us. What was the time? In our time, today's time has changed. Those who cannot change according to the requirement of the time, they are erased from this world. We have to change. Change is the only unchanging necessity in life. See, there used to be one Swamiji in Kailash Ashram, and he used to tell Prempuri, he will come and tell me, if you want to listen to Gita in English, listen to Swamiji. He will talk only in Hindi or Sanskrit. Against English. He used to hate English. He only told me one day, Swamiji, my notes on Bhagavad Gita, they are in Sanskrit. You please translate them in English so that more people can know. Earlier he was against English. Now he wants to translate it in English. Then he said, I have realized now, more than talking in Sanskrit, if it has to reach majority, whatever language majority speaks, we should use that language. But earlier, obsession. We have to change ourselves. So, harsha amarsha vidirmuktaha vana prasthasa uchyate. And the last one is the sannyasa. Now be attentive. If we are not sannyasi, we have no right to comment on sannyasi. Otherwise, we will develop disrespect. And if we have disrespect for anything or anybody, we will never be benefited. This I learned from one Marwadi lady. In Rajasthan, I was going with that Amma in the car, sitting backside, and the front driver and her servant. So, somewhere on the way, there was one tree kind of thing, and some tea shop, and 2 3 Babajis with the ochre clothes, BD, and they're sitting there, all makeup complete. So this lady, Marwadi, she did namaskar from the car itself. You know, Marwadi namaskar is a cobra namaskar. So she did namaskar like that. Then that time I was very young. I said, Amma, who are you doing namaskar? These are all smokers and drug addict. That was the first instruction. Therefore, I told you, my guru is all of you. I learned from you. She told, Swamiji, whatever they may be, it doesn't matter for me. But because of their ochre robe, I got an opportunity to bend before them and surrender myself. See, normally we take this licentious freedom to comment on anybody. No. See, therefore, dehanyaso hi sannyasa naiva kashaya vasasa. Living with freedom from body identification is the sannyasa. Naiva kashaya vasasa. Not by changing the color of the clothes, you become a sannyasi. We are tailor-made sannyasi. Therefore, naham deho mahatmeti. I am not the body, but absolute reality. Nishchayo jnana lakshanam. Therefore, sannyasi is the one who is living as the ultimate reality. That is the meaning of sannyasa, and all other external paraphernalia has its own limitation and use. And what is the use? Use is when we see a sannyasi, we can at least think in terms of that he is walking spiritual path. We can ask similar question. But if we are too much extrovert and keep on reading all that he has done this thing, she has done this thing, then we are falling in our own spiritual practice. Sadachar nityam yenu sandhadate buddhaha samsara sagara shigram muchante natra samshayaha. So this book, Sadachara, he who is regularly studying, reflecting on it again and again, they will be liberated from this relative world of transmigration and will be liberated right now. Na atra samshayaha. There is no doubt about it. Therefore, when you go home, read, study, listen again and again, slowly, slowly, the knowledge will become mature. Mature knowledge is wisdom, and wisdom expresses as happiness. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.